Hello, everybody. How's it going? And welcome to the stream. I immediately couldn't find my unmute. That went great. How is everybody doing on this beautiful day? I am joined today by Silo, also known as Helios. And this is going to be a very exciting session today because we are here with Nat 1 Season 4 Session 7.5. We're having the first mini session of this campaign with the newest character of ours, Helios. So yeah, how you feeling, Silo?
I am very excited.
Oh, great.
So much lore is going to happen today.
Oh, I cannot wait until everything gets revealed today. Well, not everything, but a lot of things gets revealed today. I can't wait. It will be fun. But yeah, if you guys have been watching us last session, a little something got revealed, a little transformation happened. Um, as you guys all know, we have sadly lost Raz Ackerman to more or less his own stupidity. um,
Yep.
Perhaps a character stupidity, or even his person's stupidity of, hey, throwing exists as an action. But that's okay. Honestly, some would say that Raz went out a hero. Some would say that Raz went out as anything but. Who are we to judge what people believe? But yeah, and then last session, Raz's little beloved pet Mary, the mouse, ended up becoming something more. A person, specifically, by the name of Helios Apollon. And last we saw our party, they have gone to Helios's apartment to rest after a very eventful day of the funeral and so many more things. But after everybody has settled, the next day, before anyone has even awakened yet, Helios snuck out of his apartment without anyone's knowledge. That is where we find Helios now, walking through the streets, walking towards a very specific destination that he has in mind. But as we get there, Helios, you keep getting stopped by so many people of the capital city of Situla, which is where we currently are, even this early in the morning, even when the sun has barely gone up, there's quite a few people already on the streets, and a lot of them, upon seeing you, stop and either whisper among themselves of, wait, is that him? Could it be? But we heard, no, that can't. Is that him? Or some of them have even come up to you and have shaken your hand and told you that they're so glad to see you back and they've been wondering where you've been.
It's been far too long. I am glad to be back in the city. And we'll give each of them a prayer in Celestial.
Perfect. As soon as they hear the prayer, just the biggest grins, and they immediately thank you for the prayers and like very happily let you go on for whatever it is that you are doing, wherever it is that you are going. Among them are also several children who run up to you and hug you around the knees and just are overall very excited to see you again. I will say, oh my, hello Harm, thank you so much for the sub. Why is that? That's broken. I'll fix that later. But yeah, among them are also several children who run around and they hug you around the knees and look up at you and it's like, you're back, you're here. And
Yes.
you have actually, like, you do recognize most of them as children you
Yeah.
have, like, had interactions with in the past.
I'm going to give each child 10 platinum to go spend.
Wild. Understood.
It's 100
are.
gold pieces I'm giving these children.
Yup, that you have. Wild. They're obviously very happy and run to their parents and just immediately show off the gift. Are you giving them in like little pouches like this, or how are you giving them? Also,
Yeah,
shout
the
out
little
if you don't
pouches.
Here, this is a better one to show off. So pouches like this is what I'm assuming?
Yep.
Perfect. They grab onto that and run to their parents, and as you continue to walk, you see quite a few more children starting to come over and say that they're really glad to see you.
What I'm hearing is for about 5 minutes I'm handing out coins to children.
Yes. Yes, that is indeed what is pretty much happening. Word
After that-
spread quickly that you're giving out
Oh,
100
God.
gold worth of pouches.
Whenever the children have gone and there's no one harassing me, I'm gonna try and just vanish. Just stealth away.
Can you go ahead and roll stealth for me?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Dice fell off.
A great start. A wonderful start.
You know what the worst part was? I saw what the dice rolled on the floor.
Yeah, what was it?
That one.
Oh, perfect. You can go ahead and re-roll that.
Because floor dice are never valid dice.
Nope.
That's
Hey,
totally
I have
how
a
that works.
question for you.
Yeah.
This is an out-of-character question. Have you ever sent me your character sheet? Because I'm trying to find it, and I don't think I have it.
Did I throw my character sheet into the campaign? I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh, okay. I was looking for it in the thing, because I forgot I have that. That's fine.
Okay.
Found it. We get...
Wonderful.
Hi, Aster.
Oh, hi, Aster. Hi.
Well, that's totally not creepy.
What?
Hi, Aster.
I am using physical dice. I got a 16, and I have a +5, so that is a total of 1 on that stealth check.
Yeah, you are able to sneak away.
Hallelujah.
As you are able to sneak away, you end up making it to your destination, which is the council room. So the
Pockets noticeably.
Hmm?
With pockets lighter as well.
With pockets much lighter, I should add. Although overall, it does not really matter to you much, in that you have basically, like, it's barely noticeable for you.
I just handed out pocket change to me.
Basically, yeah.
Wonderful.
That is exactly how that went. Gurky, you don't gotta, throw me under the bus like that. Not Gurky just before stream watching me put the freaking OBS thing together and is now absolutely calling me out on it. I love that for me. Anyways, yeah, you make it to the council room. The council room is located in, overall from the outside, very unassuming building.
Yeah.
It is roughly, from what you can tell, 3 floors or so. From the outside, overall, it just looks like someone's cottage. You are now on the outskirts of town. There's not much going on around you. There is honestly barely any buildings. From beyond is the end of Situla, and from where you're standing, right before the front door, you can actually see where the dome of the city of Situla ends. And around it, you can very much tell, like, the grass is greener on the other side is such a perfect metaphor for the city of Situla, because you can very much see the difference in vegetation and everything on the inside of the city versus the outside. And you actually know a little more than the rest of the party as to why. And it all has to do with the history of the generator. Please remind me in the chat how old Helios is.
In the side shop?
No, you can go ahead and just say it. I know it. I just wanted you to reveal that.
68 years old.
Yep, 68 years old. So Helios is quite a bit older than, I say majority, everyone else in the party. And you have actually lived through a major event that has happened in this world. When you were born into the world that was plagued with a war. It was known as the Great Mage War, and it has ended 52 years ago in an event that is now known as the Collapse. The Collapse overall was a joyful time because after it came peace, and the world that we now know today has become united. However, what the war has done is completely destroy a lot of the ecological essence of both the world, the soil, and just overall living conditions. And 52 years ago, after the war ended, came a time that was known as the plague. And it was very literal. A lot of famine and starvation has hit the world, and a lot of what used to be fertile soil was no longer so. However, a year later, so 51 years ago, both engineers and mages alike have combined their powers, and they have created what is known as the generator. The generator was unveiled. From what you know, it is a piece of machinery that has managed to shield an area that we now know as the city of Situla. There has been something specific about this area both in its soil, in its atmosphere, in its magical aura around it, that the generator has been able to be built here and be powered. And the dome that has surrounded the city of Situla has never been able to grow. So the city was created upon it, and everything on the inside of the dome has been free of any ailment. So while the rest of the world was still being plagued, by the plague, the inner part of the dome has actually been completely free of ailment and just overall blooming. The dome itself is in this like golden shimmering light that looks like the sun itself is shining. And that is actually where the current religion started as. Originally, people were worshipping the dome and its sun-like look until that religion has shifted focus a little to specifically worship the sun god, Solus. Up until now, you have never heard of the dome being able to grow. But as you have heard from the prophet Orion, there's something that got discovered this year. And during the Festival of Lights, that from today is happening in 2 days, something has been discovered that on the day of the Festival of Lights, which is also the spring solstice, the dome is going to grow. Not much, but still. Also, hi, Panda. But yeah, so that is something that you know as the history. You were around 16 years old when you have first heard of the generator that has produced this dome and apparently like saved this area. And that's when the capital got moved to the city of Situla, and this metropolis got built upon the borders of this, like, how far the dome goes. And you also know that there is something very specific about this region in particular as to why this dome exists here. Because other places around both the country and the world have tried to recreate this, and it has never worked since. So that is a little bit of the world information that I can reveal to you on just things that your character would know and has actively lived through. Unlike the rest of the party, you do remember the time before the dome, and it was not a good time to be alive. Are you ready to walk in and get the council meeting going?
Yes. Helios, before he does walk in, he goes from this all smiles, all sunshiny, to very neutral and passive, but still sort of mentally preparing himself face, and he sort of just inhales and exhales.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to remind people of what Helios looks like?
Helios is a 5'2", appearing to be elven man, but that is very much contradicted by the glowing halo of light spinning around his head. Long pointed ears, pale skin, golden yellow eyes that almost appear to have like almost appear to have like the sun within them. Wearing a white outfit with a yellow shawl with a laurel sort of wreath crown thing around his temple.
Me over here just
Yeah.
nodding along.
Long, flowing blonde hair. Very light blonde at that. Also looks very androgynous, I should also mention.
Yes. If I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Glib Gloob thought you were a woman at first.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, as you walk into the building, it is very much looks more like a home than anything else. The first floor, there is a kitchen, there's a living room, there's a little dining table, and in the hallway there is an area to go upstairs with a wooden staircase. Overall, like, if you had to figure out like what the cottage is giving vibes of, almost like one of those like olden wooden middle of a forest type of cabins.
Yep.
You
hi.
immediately notice that there is no one on the first floor.
Do I know if there's a basement to this place?
You know that there is no basement, and you do hear faint sounds of talking coming from somewhere upstairs.
Stairs we go.
Up the stairs we go? Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
As you head up the stairs, there is, like, the voices start to get louder. It sounds like everybody is on the second floor, and you've been here more than enough times to know that everybody is in the meeting room. And yeah, the door is slightly ajar to it. The only other things that you know exists on the second floor is what you guys know as the planning room, which currently is, the door is completely open and you can see no one's inside.
Mm-hmm. Does it look like in there recently?
You see, you see a long table there that's like an oval shaped.
An owl. An owl.
I read Gerkie's name in chat. That's where brain went.
Owl.
There is an oval shaped table that's pretty long. It takes up most of the room, and on it, it looks like a whole bunch of really long scrolls that you recognize as maps. Overall, it looks disheveled. It's all over the place.
So, recent use is what I'm hearing, question mark.
Yes.
Helios is immediately going to be a little bit more on guard.
All right.
But we'll enter the meeting room.
Perfect. You see an absolutely identical table that spreads through the entire room as well. And the second you walk in, every head swirls to look at the door, and there's several different expressions upon the council. First person that you notice that immediately stands up and walks over to you is Admiral Valor Duskren, who you have met in the last session. Admiral
I yelled
Valor.
at.
Hmm?
Who I also yelled at
You have.
and angered.
Yeah. Admiral Valor stands quite tall. He is covered in his usual black, like all black uniform. He has some metal plating, and he has a great sword on his back. To those who don't know what Admiral looks like, he has tousled black hair that isn't entirely too long, but is a bit longer on the top part of it, as well as side undershaves. And he has a large scar that goes across his entire face, going through his eye as well. He does still have an eye. His eye seems to be intact. And the second that he walks over to you, he immediately begins to apologize. More specifically, he tells you that he apologizes for the behavior of his men yesterday and the overall rough treatment that have been given to both you and your friends. But he's also asking, like, Helios, you gotta understand. We thought you were dead. We weren't entirely sure that you weren't an imposter. Like, you gotta understand how that looks after a week after we had a terrorist attack. Suddenly you show back up from the dead. Like, you gotta understand that wasn't entirely on us, right? Hi, Devil.
Look, I understand, yes, that this is a lot, and I do agree it is a lot. But you can't just forget to have common basic decency. Especially when interacting with citizens.
I am not saying that you are wrong on that. However, we had no idea what we were walking into. We had no idea who the people around you were. And I do apologize for how rough the first meeting ended up being with your companions. The Admiral kind of like claps you on your back and then goes to turn to the rest of the council and just goes, I vouch for Helios. The patron is indeed who he says he is, and we can all be less on guard around him. Welcome back to the council, brother. And then he goes to sit back down. Around the table, you do see some familiar to you faces. The first
I would sure hope so. I would sure hope so. I'd hope there would be no unfamiliar faces.
Yeah. The first one that you end up noticing is at the very front, like closest to you, is a certain high elf sitting there in her all white attire with a white cloak and a staff leaning against the table. She has long, luscious, wavy white hair. Her own skin is a bit on a darker complexion. And she looks you up and down and rolls her eyes and just goes, "Oh, good. You remembered you work here."
Look,
And that would be Lady Seraphe.
look, Seraphe, I knew I worked here. Before we continue any further, might I explain where I've been, if the Admiral hasn't already?
The Admiral hasn't told us anything. All we were told is that you are apparently alive and we must immediately gather here for a meeting, for, as he said, an emergency meeting. I don't understand why we couldn't wait 2 more days. It's Wednesday. Our meetings are on Fridays, anyways. If you're alive, great. Might as well get to work, considering, we had to pull your weight while you're in charge of the Festival of Light, which is in 2 days, and you've been gone for months.
He's just going to smile at her. Firstly, I thank you for the concern. Very kind. Secondly, going to turn to the Admiral. Just so they know I'm telling the truth, I know you have Zone of Truth. Cast it upon me.
That I do.
Well, he cast Zone of Truth upon me.
You know how he clapped you on the back?
That was Zone of Truth. What the?
Yup. You already
Never
done
mind.
it.
Never mind. I wouldn't have. Oh, yeah, no. I'm just gonna stare at it then. Alright. Well, long story short, I somehow pissed someone off. I was turned into a mouse. My guards were killed.
That
An
we
owl.
know. Lady
An
Sarah
owl.
was the one who said that.
An owl swooped down, picked me up, and carried me off to its nest. I escaped. I lived. I was completely lost. And then I find a street urchin and told my new name is Mary. And then I end up on a flying ship bound for Sichula. That ship crashes. All proof of its crash vanishes. Aside from the people who were at that funeral, including the dearly departed Raz Ackerman.
Several looks of just anywhere from "what are you on about?" confusion to genuine concern to "I couldn't care less" looks go through the entire council. And upon the end of your story, someone you've known very well stands up and just envelops you in a tight hug. And that would be Matron Althera, as she is in her white and golden and blue robes. And she just hugs you and does not let go for a while before she finally...
I will hug her. I will hug her in return.
Perfect. When she finally steps back, she like wipes one singular tear away and just goes, "I've always known you were out there somewhere. Welcome back."
I'm glad to be back.
One person in particular sits in the very back, not saying anything, but his eyes have not stopped tracking you from the moment you got here. And it is our good old pal, a drow, Archseer Thamir, as he is in his black robes with his almost silvery white long hair and these like dark gray eyes. And he has not once said a word, but he is also has not stopped staring at you this entire time. And right next to him, in a complete opposite 180 twist, is is a tiefling that is sitting there in his purple skin with his two horns that are adorned with just so many golden rings and bracelets and necklaces, just kind of like thrown about. It looks like he just would get them somewhere and then without looking attach them somehow to his horns, to their horns. Has a necklace, rings, bracelets. Just overall, they are adorned from head to toe in gold and silver and crystals and gems and rocks and anything and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
And
playing cards.
Huh?
And playing cards.
Yes, they have playing cards in their belt. They have their weapon out on the table. It is a dagger. And
Are their feet propped up on the table?
Oh, absolutely. You know it.
Wonderful.
And in their hands is a small, tiny, I forgot what the fuck the instrument is called. Tiny harp.
Lute.
Lute, thank you.
Sorry, not lute. Lyre.
Lyre, thank you. We're doing great. And
Yep.
in his hands, as he is just like fully feet on the table like this, sitting with his lyre, and the most mischievous grin that you can imagine on their face. And after you are done hugging the matron, she steps back and your guys' eyes meet, and before you can even say a word, they begin playing their lyre and singing a song about the return of their long-lost brother. And they start to sing about all of the adventures that you have just talked about. And you see the Admiral get up, walk over, and just smack him in the back of the head as he shuts up, but does not stop smiling.
The Admiral's done with everyone's bullshit today, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Starstream. One particular person you have noticed is not here. And it's someone that, am I right to say you might have probably been looking for?
I was hoping they would be here.
And it's the High Magister Cauldrian. Cauldrian is not here, as you can tell. Cauldrian is a human of 27 years old who you know quite well I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not around right now.
Wonderful.
Now that everybody has sort of settled down, where would you like to sit? I'd say. I'd ask.
In my usual seat.
Perfect. Your usual seat is right next to Lady Seraphe, and it is across from, like, a kind of almost diagonally from the matron and the admiral.
Yep.
On your other side is Lord Kamir.
Wonderful. So I'm between a bitch who don't like me and a bitch who does like me.
Yes. As you settle down, Lady Seraphe like puts a hand on your shoulder and leans in so that she can whisper just in your ear. And she just says, "You know, it's really good to see you. I expect to see you for our usual tea on Saturday." And then she leans back and pretends that nothing has happened.
He is going to stay stone-faced, like nothing was said to him.
Perfect. Yeah, so the admiral is first to speak up after. And he says, "Welcome, everybody, to the emergency meeting. As you guys can all see, I have called you guys upon here to discuss the fact that Patron Apollon is back with us just in time for the event. So, how would we like to proceed with the original plans we had made? Do we want to give him time to rest, or do we wish to include him in the planning?" And the second he says that, Matron is the first to answer him with the vote for letting you rest, while Lady Seraphe argues that you already went on an extended vacation beyond any of what was originally authorized. Lord Kamir just kind of chuckles but doesn't say anything, and is just like, is honestly just watching you was the most like, how can I even describe this? Like, how most people depict the mischief god Loki in art. Of just the most gremlin energy, ha 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 type of thing. And
They're waiting for me to crack and start. They're waiting for me to turn my face slightly and start laughing when I see their face, aren't they?
Oh, they're just there and they're like. And they're not saying anything, but they're just watching you. The Archseer has not said anything. Still has not looked away from you. From what you can tell, you can't even tell if he's blinking.
What do his eyes read as?
Distrust to an absolute maximum degree. He is staring daggers at you.
He doesn't believe I'm me, does he?
Yeah, it's hard to tell what exactly he thinks. But he sure as hell is not enjoying your presence. Do you wish to make a case to the Admiral for whether you should rest or work?
I'm going to look to the Admiral. Look, I understand I've not fulfilled my duties. That is fully on me for getting cursed. Somehow. Somehow that's on me. I don't know how. I pissed someone off. I don't know who. Just like throws his hands up in the air, and they fall to his fall to the fucking table after that.
The Admiral just kind of like rubs his nose like in between his eyes and just
I do apologize for making you all step away from your regular duties. And well, I say that. I know you didn't. You kind of didn't have the choice to be able to step away from them, but having to do double the workload. Not exactly double the workload, because you all kind of, I'm assuming, took parts of my workload.
You say that.
Hopefully.
But someone has been slacking off as the Admiral pointedly looks at Lord Caviar.
Have you been gambling? As I'm going to look at Caviar. Drinking?
What kind of a tiefling do you think I am?
Do I need to remind you of the time you tried to drink an entire keg of wine? Like an entire cask of wine and a keg of beer?
Your point? I succeeded, mind you. I don't know why you say that I tried. I succeeded. And you
You
there
very
as
much didn't.
witness.
You very much did not succeed. You were passed out before you even got anywhere near completely out.
That's not how it works in my memory, and I think I can trust my memory better than a mouse's.
Why don't you get turned into a mouse then, bitch?
Gentlemen, can we focus? The Admiral immediately fucking speaks up. I almost called you Raz.
Dearest Archseer, can you please stop staring daggers into my head? It's not pleasant.
I will when you start speaking the truth.
I have spoken the truth. But I do know some information that is of import.
Great, what's that?
The dearly departed Raz Ackerman ended up sending me to investigate the during the ceremony, sent me to go investigate the Prophet Orion. And when I got there, tried to climb onto quite simple.
Before you continue speaking, the Admiral immediately interrupts you and goes, "You were at this ceremony where the terrorists have attacked?"
Yes. I was still a mouse.
All right. That is good information to have.
Problem.
Did you see anything?
Unfortunately not.
Still looking for those who are responsible for the bombing. So if you know any information, it would be wise of you to tell us.
I do know some things, in all truth. And
They're
that's
very much
before we
paying
get
attention
into that. Before we get into that. Point in case. The Prophet is an illusion. He's not a physical being. I phased straight through him.
The Admiral looks confused. Lady Seraphe is just kind of staring at you like, yeah, right. The matron looks horrified. And Lord Kamir stops smiling and is now looking at you like very seriously. The Archseer, however, looks completely unsurprised, but also he stops staring daggers at you now.
Not only that, but there is something also nefarious happening as well.
Nefarious how? Asks
There
Lady
is a-
Seraphe.
Within the palace, long story short, there was a people who found me at the funeral with snuck into the palace.
They what? That was the Admiral.
However, they are not the terrorists in question. The palace was covered in dust, completely untouched. Clothing neatly folded upon every bed. Well, in one of the offices, they found a bookcase. It opened to some little labyrinthine thing. Not only that, but the goblin that they are with spoke of a cult in basement.
The matron is like on the verge of tears shaking. Everyone else is just paying really close attention to every word you're speaking now. The Admiral is taking notes.
He is going to stand up from his chair and just start pacing.
Okay. Every
This-
eye is just tracking you.
This cult. What did the robes look like? Weren't they like white gold?
They were like like a almost. Please, words. Any description would work right now, brain.
Let me double check. What languages do I have? Celestial, Common, and Common Sign Language. Damn it, I don't have English.
They are basically like I'm turning into you. Like an off-white vanilla peach, almost orangey, but not quite, like a very light yellow color. Except for one, who is the ones that Glib Glib and Lenora originally saw enter. That one had a all they know is it was dark, a dark colored robe. They couldn't quite see the exact color from where they were.
So, to put it simply, these cultists had like these weird peach, yellowish, like light colored robes, aside from one, which had a dark colored robe. I didn't get to see it. The goblin and the scientist they have did. Not only that, but we have more information. This cult has a whole labyrinth that runs underneath the palace into the garden.
The labyrinth, the tunnel system that we
Yes.
have found due to
Yes.
the terrorist attack.
Yes, that one.
And how
They had
exactly
a-
do you know about all of this?
Because these people at the funeral were in the tunnel systems. I thought you were with me.
Yes, yes, I am following that. Are you admitting to the fact that these people are the terrorists we're looking for?
No, I do not.
The Admiral just
I'm
stared
getting
you
there.
down.
I'm getting there. Have patience, please.
You just like some inside knowledge from how long you've known the Admiral. Patience is not a virtue of his.
I am testing his patience, if anything.
Oh yeah, you and Lord came here on a daily.
But he wouldn't have it any other way, would he?
Well, jury's still out for that one, bud.
Sometimes we don't piss off. Rarely.
Yeah, when you do your job.
So, anyway, find our way through the tunnels to a cell where they have a tiefling girl trapped within, chained and bound, looked like she hadn't eaten in quite some time. Get her out of there while she's having a panic attack. Cultists come through with a warforged that these people apparently know. Hasmith, I believe, is his name. From what they said.
Out of character knowledge, Mary would have met Hasmith.
Oh, right, no, never mind. Hasmith, this warforged, works in the government building. As I look at Lady Seraphe, your Smith was with them.
She nods, understanding who you're talking to about. I was just like, that's why he requested for time off.
Not only that, but he unknowingly let the cultists through the bookcase which they were struggling to open. Then proceeded to be a door.
Sorry.
A very effective door at that.
That reaction is Lord Caviar's reaction now. Okay, continue.
Your warforged failed miserably at pushing cultists over. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But also not. Anyway, we get this tiefling out of there. Everyone gets up there, and then we have this warforged come out. On the way out, we have the cultists following, and one of them is holding an explosive.
One of the
That
cultists
thing
holding
went-
an explosive.
Yes, that is the story I'm telling.
No, I understand. That was just the Admiral double checking.
Specifically, the one who had black robe, to my memory. Dark robe, whatever. Same thing. I don't have enough details on the color. I didn't get to see it. Now, here's the interesting thing. This cult is the cult that's been sacrificing young women they've been sacrificing young women on every festival that I've been having to track down.
The matron just looks more and more horrified the longer you speak. She's currently sitting there like with her hands covering her mouth like fully, as she looks like she's fully like just about to break down sobbing hearing this.
These young women are being offered to a man by the name of Adam as a bride, and by the end of the day, they are killed. Now, I do not know how trustworthy the information I have is from the person that was saved, this tiefling priestess of Solace, who has been misguided by this cult, mind you. believe Solus's light will never reach her again, despite the fact that this cult very much is not Solus's light.
Upon hearing like
This-
more and more of this, you see Lord Kamir like get really serious and like he's going through his own notes that he has on this like tiniest freaking piece of paper you can find. He very much does not have a lot of notes on it, but you do notice if he starts circling something.
Yep.
Do you look over to see what it is?
Yes, I am. I am nosy, and he knows it.
It is one word that he is. It looks like he scribbled over it so many times.
Yep.
And he already has circles over it, and now he's adding more circles to it. And it's one word.
Yeah.
Adam.
So, not only that, but the tiefling in question is named Eden. Here's another detail of note. This tiefling was supposed to be the bride of Adam this time. This year. And something tells me they're not going to quit looking for her even after the festival.
So what do you propose we do about this? Asks a lady.
I don't
Seraphe.
know. I genuinely wish I knew what to do. We were just going to have to keep an eye out for these cultists and this Adam. And I'm then going to start describing what Adam looks like to them.
Do you remember what Adam looks like? Do you need help on that?
Where was his image sent? I know his image was sent somewhere.
Yep.
Found him. It's the second image, correct?
The second one, yes.
White hair, pale skin, red eyes, dressed like a priest, has this like white thing on him. A chain necklace that has a cross on it. This bracelet that has a bunch of black beads, and this staff that is topped with a skull appears to just be completely made out of bone, and the staff itself has glowing red eyes. He also has pierced ears. Go ahead.
I will say, out of character knowledge, or I guess in character knowledge, you have this information from, if you remember, this is a photo that
Yes.
have been shown to you.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna start describing the photo that I was shown in its entirety.
So, Lord Kamir looks more serious than you have ever seen them in your entire life. And they like put their legs down from the table. And they lean forward and they put their hands together like this. And they're just like thinking for a bit before they go, if what you're saying is true,
Which it is.
this might be the same Adams that I'm after, who has been completely destroying our trade routes. Because the description matches an individual that we have heard is the boss of the organization that have been disrupting our trade routes, and I have been after him for so long. But no one has ever seen him in person.
Eden has.
If it's all right with
Now-
you, I would like to meet this Eden.
I have plans to take her to my tailor so we can get a disguise made for her.
The matron immediately speaks up too, and she's like, that poor girl, that poor child. if you need any help, the church can help. I will make sure myself that the temple is prepared. We can help with whatever she may need.
I have one last important thing to say. I don't know how truthful this may be, in all actuality, because of the fact that the prophet is currently nothing but an illusion. However, this Eden claims that the prophet is a member of this cult.
Gasps everywhere. Matron immediately goes, that can't be. That can't be.
It is what she claims. I do not know how truthful that may be.
Lady Seraphe just looks at you and is like, before we get into the cult thing, does no one want to comment on the fact that he just said that the prophet is an illusion?
Yes. Let's circle back to that. The prophet's just an illusion. Nothing but an illusion.
The Admiral is next to speak up, and he just goes, Thamir, do you have any information that we might use on this, on how accurate the statement is? You have people monitoring the prophet 24/7. And the Archdeacon Thamir looks uncomfortable with this knowledge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lean against the table and stare. He's sitting at the table. Is he standing up?
He's sitting at the table. Right now, everyone's sitting at the table.
Yeah. I'm gonna go walk next to him, put my hands on the table, sort of spread out, and just look at him next to him. Far too close for his own comfort that I am well aware of.
He does not look intimidated whatsoever. But he just looks at you and is just like, I have had him under 24-hour surveillance. Nothing in the reports I have been getting said anything about, one, him being, not even an imposter, I guess a hologram?
An illusion.
An illusion? And two, anything about the fact that the inside of the castle is currently empty. I'm gonna have to go and double check all of these claims myself, because if all of that is correct and that is information that has slipped by me, I need to know.
Because that means that one of your people is a traitor to all the Situla.
My people cannot possibly be traitors to the city of Situla. I have trained all of these people myself. I have handpicked all of these people myself. If that is the case, their heads will roll.
But we're gonna need to get as much information as we can out of them beforehand. So don't get too hasty with your decisions. We need that information out of them.
He does not look happy. The Admiral also speaks up and goes, if all of what has been said is true, we need to up the guards. Because that means that not only did the guards of the royal palace fail to notice an entire cult, they also somehow managed to get all of these people the Patriot Helios has been through into the inner palace.
Oh, it gets even better. One of the guards, who was guarding the very door that these people who were at the funeral with me were, the guard was blinking, but did not even see them enter. Not once.
Magic?
Fully coherent, didn't see them whatsoever. Yes, magic. I don't know what kind, likely enchantment. I don't know anything more.
The matron then speaks up and asks, is it even safe to continue at this point with the Festival of Light? Or do we need to put the city on lockdown?
If we do, they're immediately going to know we've caught on, is the issue. We need to think about this tactically. And plan accordingly. There's already been a terrorist attack from these cultists. Not only that, but there's the potential that they have infiltrated your informants. As I look to the point at the Archseer. Not only that, but I'm going to be blatantly honest. They could be in the clergy, they could be in the guard, even the royal guard. They could be commoners. Anyone.
Overall, just blanket of unease goes through the council. And as you guys all sit in absolute deafening silence, you hear what sounds like a door opening and then footsteps running up the stairs before the door to the meeting room swings open, and you don't even have a chance to react or process what you're seeing before you get tackled to the ground in an absolute fierce hug, and just all you hear is just cry and sobs as you get enveloped in a hug, and you hear a very emotional voice just go, "Oh my god, sir! I was so worried. They said that your guards were dead and you were gone, and I have searched everywhere for you." Oh, Silo's gone. We wait.
I'm back. I have food now.
Hey. What
So
was the
this
last
is going
one?
wonderfully. I'm hearing sobbing and crying and tears of
Perfect.
joy and probably anger
Perfect.
as well.
And you hear this like very emotional voice just go, "Sir, I was so worried. They said that your guards were dead and you were gone, and I have searched everywhere for you. I have never gave up hope. I have been searching every single day and I haven't been able to find you, and I'm so sorry. And I knew you were out there somewhere. I just knew it. And you're here and I can't believe it, and I'm so glad to see you." And just tears as a very energetic and very just holding you in a hug that is a lot stronger than you might think for this person. But
I need a minute. I am starting to tear up.
So yeah, it is the High Magister Caldrian, a 27-year-old human who, you know, is the youngest member of the council. He is wearing his long button-down blue collar shirt with a brown vest. He has his gloves on. He has his belt on. He has his like almost like those like giant like pilot looking glasses. You know Mei Hatsume from My Hero Academia? Like those type of like round giant fucking glasses.
Yup.
And
No, you're not getting that. Sorry, my dog's trying to steal my... It's a bacon, egg, and mayo sandwich.
I love that. But yeah, so you guys are both on the ground now, and he is just laying on top of you, not letting you go. And he just sobbing into your shoulder.
How tall is he? Remind me.
He is like, he's not very tall. He's like 5'6".
I am shorter than him.
Yes, you are. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Want to remind people your height?
5'2".
Yup.
1 inch shorter than Raz.
Yup. Yeah, he's like 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", like 5'5" and a half.
Mhm.
Oh, what
Bella,
was
quit your
that
rumbling.
noise? Oh my goodness. Pretty
Are you
much
good?
that noise for Cauldron. Oh my god.
What, Bella?
Oh,
Do you hear this?
my heart. My heart.
Hello, Bella.
My
Bella
heart.
is losing her mind. Bella is
I'm
not happy
losing
that
my
she's not
mind.
getting attention.
Oh, it's okay. I'm also losing my mind over how.
Here, Bella, have piece of sandwich. Bella is good girl, so she get piece of sandwich.
Sorry, I'm dying over Gurky's comment as well.
I did not get to see that. I did see.
My
comment.
heart, my soul.
My
But yeah. Cauldron is here now.
Helios, she just starts sobbing.
Oh, I love this reunion. I have been looking forward to this reunion so much. I'm so happy right now. You wanna explain who the fuck this is? If you'd like to. You don't gotta.
This is essentially Helios's son, for all intents and purposes. This is his child, who is a grown man, who he has adopted. He does not give a fuck. This is his child.
Now that like he's kind of like calmed down and kind of like got up a little, you could actually look at him now and see him. And you notice that around his belt, where usually he has his instruments, right now he has a fuck ton of the fidget toys that you have gifted him over the years, all on chains attached to his belt.
Wonderful. Have fun with that thing in DMs, Blake.
I just saw that. That makes this so much worse. Or better, depending on how you look at it. You also do notice that his backpack is missing. The backpack he always carries around is missing.
Where's your backpack? Where's your tools?
Don't know, don't care.
Where have you been every Wednesday?
Work?
On what? What are you working on? What does work classify as?
Work? With client?
What is this client?
I think I
Who?
forgot my backpack at said client and should probably head there at some point. But yeah, no,
What is this
I'm-
client's name?
It's not really one client. It's more like
It's more like a what?
Sorry, I dropped my pen. Hi. You wanna,
And
you
now
wanna
your
look at
camera's
me over
starting to
here? It's less of a one person client. It's more like a organization client. I don't know. Just
What do they want?
fix things. Constantly break, so I constantly go fix things. You know, kind of like your apartment. Your apartment is like always broken. Like literally,
Yes.
you keep asking me to come over there like all the time. So same here. I just go and fix, and sometimes AC, sometimes TV, sometimes door hinge. I don't know. Oh, I know, Silo.
Yeah. I thought I kind of got the feeling you do.
Oh yeah, I do. DM knowledge, yes. Character knowledge, nope. But yeah, he just kind of like stumbles over that. He looks very excited. He looks like he can't stand like still right now. Like he is bouncing on the heels of his
Helios has
feet.
just remembered that he's in a council meeting, that the council's here. He's gonna turn around.
Everyone
Any
is
reactions
just,
of note?
the admiral isn't even looking. He's making notes, and it looks like he is getting ready to like call people up. The archseer is just watching, but it seems like he's not watching you anymore. Now he's watching Cauldron. Lady Seraphe is talking to the matron. Neither one of them is paying attention to you. Lord Caviar is just smiling and playing his lyre. And now that you are no longer paying attention to the High Magister and can pay attention to the Lord, you hear that he's actually been like playing this like very emotionally happy song and just smiling at you. Now that you think about it, it's very rare to not see him smile.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a smirk, I should say, rather than like a
Look.
genuine smile.
Okay. Give me a second. I have bacon stuck to my teeth.
Oh, I have one bacon
I need a
now.
minute.
God damn it. Fuck you.
Gonna look to council. Look, we need to inform the High Magister of what we've discussed. It is important that he know. And I'm assuming that job's going to be by default put onto me, because since all of you are busy. And he uses quotation marks when saying busy.
Cauldron, it looks like he'd rather be anywhere else right now. He's like, do we have to work? Can we just talk? Can we just you've been gone for so long. Can we go get a coffee? Do you want to go get a coffee? I could really use a coffee right now.
After I inform you.
Sir.
I'm sorry. We will go get coffee after. I will be paying.
I missed your generosity. I've been paying so much for my own food recently. I keep forgetting to eat now.
Didn't I tell one of you to make sure that he ate while I was gone?
You told me, Lord Caviar says, and it's just like, he's alive? I don't know about well, because he's always mentally unwell, but he's alive.
Helios just looks at Kabir like, you want to fucking fight here and now, bitch? Do you want to fight? Do you want blood to be drawn?
From the, like, from what you know of Lord Caviar, it does sound a lot like he's pulling your leg.
Ah, okay, never mind.
But he's also like very much is serious on that. He's alive, isn't he?
Bella,
Good
Bella,
dog,
I need you
dog.
to quit sounding like a. I beg of you.
Sounding like a what now?
A Wookiee, Chewbacca, from Star Wars.
I
I
know
said
that
Chewbacca.
one from the Star Wars land at
Oh Jesus
Disneyland.
Christ! She tried to bite my nose off.
As you do.
Calm yourself, Bella.
Calm yourself.
Please, I prefer to have my nose.
I love her noises so much. If you could record a 12-hour fucking audio note for me of just her noises, I would love that.
Why do you sneeze in threes?
Huh?
This dog sneezes in threes.
Weird, so does my dad.
I also sneeze in threes.
If I'm talking to Gurky, I sneeze in 3000s.
3,000.
Gurky's about to
What,
come
Bella?
for my ass.
Alright, so. Look. So, long story short about what happened to me. Someone cursed me, I became a mouse, my bodyguards died, owl swooped in, picked me up, carried it off to its nest, I escaped with my life, I got lost. Street urchin picks me up, by the name of Raz Ackerman. Also happens to be a drug dealer, but that's outside of the...
The Admiral looks up at that. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Not in Situla, not our problem.
Carry on. Immediately, a lot less work to be done. Gurky, no! Not allowed. Not allowed, Gurky.
What else is there? Oh, right. Outside of that, got taken to on an airship in which this person was a stowaway. Also besides the point.
The Admiral just sighs at this point.
It was on its way to Situla, it never got here. It's the one that crashed, that I told you about, that also vanished. Completely. All traces of it, outside of the survivors. One of which is a very angry, dragonborn lady, who I genuinely fear. Anyway. Yeah, the airship crashes. Almost every bit of evidence and proof of existence just gone. Forgot to mention the purple lightning that caused the ship to go down.
Lord Kamir, like, sits up straighter. It's just like, the storm.
Not only that, but the birds were flying away from it and into the sails of the airship.
Do you understand?
And what about a storm?
Do you understand how much they have to fear something to completely ignore self-preservation instincts?
Oh, I know. A lot.
That's something Lord Kamir said.
I'm well aware.
And then he just goes, the storm from almost 2 weeks ago. Were you You must have been on the. And he kind of like just trails off as he thinks about it.
Not only that, but they got into Situla later on.
I'm gonna need to talk to Kelladin about how you all got in later.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think he even knew what was happening.
Yeah, in moments like that, he has to report to me.
Don't be too harsh on him. Another chance.
Not like this is the first of his apparent misdeeds.
Moving on. Anyway, they get here, they go to the government building, they talk to Sean, they then get Hasmith to join them. Talk to the drunk dwarf.
Do you want to remember the dwarf's name?
Yes.
Fidad.
Fidad, the dwarf, the drunkard, whatever. And the bar that's downstairs.
And the what?
The bar downstairs in the government.
Oh, in the bard that is downstairs. Okay. I heard the bard. And I was like,
In the bard.
what bard? You haven't met a bard. What are you on about?
No, I met a bard.
Well, now you have.
He's the piece of shit sitting right there.
Yeah, can't argue that.
I am also one. Kind of my whole shtick.
Yeah, well.
Bella, please. Please, Bella. Quiet. Are you going to try and eat the mic? Or my nose? Neither. She's going to try and eat my thumb.
Ha 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 ha. Anyways.
Why do you wag your so your entire body wags along, ma'am? Did you hear that?
Oh my god, Bella is such a baby.
Anyway, moving on. So, where the fuck was I? Oh, right, or downstairs in the government wing. Moving on past that, they went to a tavern, they met a halfling woman. Halfling woman is distraught over her son being missing. They go and investigate, I'm with them. Raz puts his gloved hand into the wall is like goopy and whatnot in a weird color. Her son's missing still. No idea where he is. They take her to Prophet during his whole thing, the question thing, the meetup, whatever you want to call it. The convention. Meanwhile, they send me as a mouse up to go investigate the Prophet. By the way, Caldrian, turns out the Prophet's an illusion.
Cauldrian, you can like very much see, literally just turns pale at the mention of that. I have received blessings from the Mother God.
Wonderful.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Alrighty. Sorry, go on. Oh my god. How is she the most
You
adorable?
understand? This is her when she's jealous, by the way.
I'm sorry, I'm stealing your human for a little bit.
Mind you, she has been in my room all day, hasn't left once. Has been asleep most of the day.
Yeah, but she's awake now.
So, after that, I get taken by these people who were at the funeral. There was a funeral for Raz. Raz died in the terrorist attack that was caused by cultists. We'll be getting to the cultist thing here in a minute. So, long story short, they sneak into the palace because one of the guards is just a blank slate, not blinking, not doing anything, not a single thought behind the eyes. Magic. Whatever the fuck. Nothing there. Goblin runs upstairs screaming about a cult. Cult has like peach robes, peach yellowish robes, like in color. They're like, your thing has like a dark robe. I didn't see. The goblin and their scientists saw. It's a whole thing. We go down there into the tunnel ways underneath the palace that are bound because of the terrorist attack. They have a tiefling held captive in bars and whatnot. That were also magical, mind you. They were like just straight up in the wall, like the chains were in the wall, keeping her held there. We get her out. Try and leave. You hear the cult coming. The cult is coming with Hasmith, who didn't know this was a cult, who then decided, oh, these cultists, these are cultists, we don't like these people, okay, I will be the door. Very good at being a door, very bad job at pushing cultists over. We run up into the garden. Hasmith runs up into the garden, cultists follow Hasmith, the one in the dark robe has a bomb, and blows up, causing the terrorist attack. This is also to my also, they were chanting the entire time. I don't know it because I don't speak Elvish, but I can try and repeat it. I'm going to try and repeat it to the best of my memory.
Oh, fuck. Do you want me to just say it?
Yes.
You say this back, a bit more broken, and some of the words are definitely missing, and some of the words are definitely not said correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what the cultists were saying. Solasar val luminor aeron thalan re solis istil fae nai kalen vaer et thalor nir vae therai solis enkir solis en vael lesarion silma kael. Through flesh made light, through light made form, the sun looks bound, the world reborn.
Am I able to get that whole thing across to the people who speak Elvish here?
Kinda.
Do you want me to roll a history check to see how well I do this?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh fuck, okay. That's good. So it was a nat 20 for a total of 27.
Oh, damn. Okay. First nat 20 of the mini session. Do-do-do-do.
Bella, calm yourself. Bella, hush.
Gurky's asking when is Bella's mini session? What would Bella want to have a mini session about?
Bacon.
Bacon? Bella,
Bacon, steak, chicken.
What can we do for you about?
Also, surprisingly, carrots. She likes carrots.
She likes carrots?
Yes.
Huh.
Like, really likes carrots.
Why?
And cheese.
Wild.
Jesus
What?
Christ. She tried to swallow She tried to swallow the mic.
We heard. I know. She's so adorable. I can't even.
Ow.
You okay?
That's my shoulder. She smacked my shoulder.
Ah, I see.
And she's throwing hands.
I see. I see.
Anyway,
I'm
sorry.
trying to find.
Here, have sandwich. Have piece of sandwich.
Do you know that that was apparently in session fucking 5 when you guys heard that?
Fun.
I don't know, realize how many fucking sessions it's been since then.
So how well do I get the point across as to saying this?
Close enough so
The
they
27
understand the overall, like, more or less meaning of it. You still don't speak Elvish, so it's not that you like, just say it outright correctly. But yeah,
I'm assuming some of the inflections and tones are off a little bit.
yeah. You speak Elvish about as good as I speak Elvish. So that should give you somewhat of an understanding.
Considering the Solus part, I'm assuming they're a cult of Solus. Or claiming to be one at least. They're also the cult that's behind the sacrifices that happen in the Festival of Light. Led by a man by the name of Adam. And then I'm just going to start describing Adam again, the cauldron.
Let's say you have.
Does anything ring? Does any bell seem to be ringing up there?
He looks pale.
He looks pale.
Yeah. Upon hearing your description, upon hearing all of this, he looks pale and like his eyes are wide hearing you retell all of this.
The tiefling that I saved is by the name of Eden. Eden is horribly traumatized after the cult bullshit. Eden also claims that the prophet is part of the cult.
What?
Eden claims prophet part of the cult. Eden was supposed to be the bride to Adam. Every year when a bride is chosen for Adam, they end up dead. On the day of the festival.
Yeah,
Also, the
Cauldron
palace,
is
completely
just
dusty.
shaking
Nothing,
his head.
barely nothing changed. Almost nothing changed in the palace. Dusty, clothes folded neatly. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
He looks at you and he just kind of like is visibly shaking, and he just hugs you, and he's like, "Sir, all of this sounds absolutely dangerous and terrifying. Maybe you shouldn't try to get too wrapped up in all of this. Like, you could get seriously hurt."
So what if I get seriously hurt? It'll be for the better of the city.
Don't say that. You don't understand what it's been like over here when we thought that you were gone. I can't go through all of that again. Please.
I will do my best to not get injured.
I really think that you should let someone else take over the investigation for this.
No. If anything, I feel, if you ask me personally, I feel like this should be everyone in the council handles this at this point. This is not just a danger to the people. This is also a danger to the trade, because he's also been trying to take down our trade routes. Not only that, but all of this information about the palace has gotten past the Archseer's nose, gone completely blind in the palace. The royal guards didn't even notice that. Royal guards did not seem to notice that the prophet is a illusion. There is likely people who work for this cult within our informants, through the Archseer, through the guard, with the admiral, and even the people and clergy.
Cauldron
The reason I was
is
asking
just, like, he looks so shooketh.
And if we put the city in lockdown or cancel the festival,
We can't cancel the
they're gonna know that we can't. If we put if the city on lockdown, we increase guard anything. If we do anything, they're going to immediately know that we're on. That's going to be what it is.
We can't cancel the festival. Please.
I know. I know we can't. We can't do anything is the issue. Because the moment we do anything, they're going to know. Quite frankly, if I'm being honest, the group that I am with, that I've been with at this funeral for the departed Raz Ackerman, if being honest, might be our best bet at trying to figure out what's up with this cult and taking it down.
Can I meet them? Cauldron is the one who asked.
I was under the who was?
Cauldron.
Well, the matron's already said she wishes to meet with Eden. Not only that, but so has the Lord. I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to be best that everyone in the council come and get intel. Is the unfortunate thing. And we're going to have to find a way to do that discreetly, or blow our cover.
They cannot know that we exist yet.
I know.
No matter how much you claim to trust them.
I'm well aware. I haven't told them a single thing about the council.
Have anyone noticed that you've been gone?
No, I left while everyone was asleep or busy.
The admiral checks his watch and is like, in that case, let's cut this meeting short. We'll have another one on Friday, usual time. But you need
Wonderful.
to get back before any of them realize you've been gone.
I will.
Cauldron looks
Cauldron,
like
we will get coffee.
Yeah.
We will get coffee another point. You
I
know what?
understand.
Gonna hand him gonna hand him 10 platinum. Go get yourself some food, coffee, whatever you need.
He's holding it and it's like, oh, I missed your little pouches. Because I dropped mine. And,
All right.
Yeah. The admiral dismisses the meeting and everybody starts packing up.
Yeah, I brought literally fuck all other than my own being, so I'm just leaving. But I will be waving goodbye to everyone.
There's several, just like, Lady Seraphe, the matron, Cauldron, and Lord Caviar all say, various versions of good to see you and have you back before they wave you off to say goodbye.
Is the Archseer gonna try and stop me from leaving?
Nope.
Okay.
He's just watching.
Yeah. Going back to my penthouse.
Go ahead and roll stealth for me.
For me to make my way back without being spotted.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a total of 24.
Okay. You make it through the streets. Roll another stealth to get into your apartment.
Great, that's the fun part.
Yep. Because I rolled for
24.
the party.
24 on my stealth.
You barely made it.
Yes!
You had to beat it 23.
Yeah. If I'd have gotten a 23, beats it fucking.
People would have asked you questions.
Hallelujah, I'm back before anyone realized.
You are back before anyone realized.
I don't face the consequences of lore.
You do not. Not yet.
Not
And-
yet, but that's gonna happen probably next session. That we have of the whole party.
And was that? Holy shit, I am amazing. That was 2 hours on the dot. Cool. I did not expect that. But yeah, was that. It is the end of the first mini session that I had for this campaign. How are you feeling?
This has been fun. Very, very
A
fun.
lot of new characters got introduced today. The entirety of the council.
Yep. We love the council.
The fact that the council exists.
Yep. The council. What council?
council.
Actually, there is no council.
Rule number 1 of the council. We don't talk about the council.
Rule number 1 of Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club.
Exactly. Well, with that being said, thank you, Silas, so very much for joining me and being our Helios. What are your
And I thank
hopes?
For DMing.
Sorry, what was that?
I said thank you for having me and thank you for DMing.
Hell yeah. What are your hopes for the next big session that we have next week?
I hope I face the consequences of other actions.
Oh, I can't
You know
wait.
what I mean by that.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for you
I've
to
given you lore.
understand what I have said to Devil for them to have that reaction to this campaign.
Uh-huh.
Can't
Something
wait
tells
for you.
me... Are you gonna have to update what you sent to Devil?
Nope.
Fun.
Nope. No updating to it.
Fun.
I just cut myself and now I'm bleeding.
With your nail?
Nope. With the bottom part of my desk. My desk is metal, and one
Yike.
bit of it is broken.
Yike.
Yike-roonies. But yeah, this is my first like mini session that I've done, and I'm very happy with how it went. I hope you are too.
Wonderful. Has my tormenting of you helped at all?
Your tormenting of me? You mean for
Yes.
a show or show? Fucking Christ, I can't.
A show. A show. Yes, a show.
In a way, it is. In a way, it is. Let's call it a show. Actually, we are doing a campaign that Silo is DMing, and now that I officially have everybody's confirmation on this being okay, I'm really excited to announce that it will be not live streamed, I don't believe, but it will be a Patreon and YouTube exclusive material of Cyberpunk campaign with an OC that is honestly the best thing I've ever created. I love him so much. My character is my favorite being ever. He means the world to me, and I can't wait to bring him to your guys' screen. We have such a fun group of 7 players, plus
8,
Silo
actually.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
I forgot to count myself. I was like, who am I missing? Yeah, but I have literally like IRL props for this campaign with so much like lore and information on everything. This is like the
Oh, hey,
time of the
there's Blaze.
sneak peeks that I can show you guys. But yeah, I'm so excited for it. It's going to be such a great campaign. I cannot wait. There's going to be amazing people in it. We have some people that you guys know and love. For example, Gurky, one of our mods is in it. Actually, 2 of our mods is in it because Panta's in it as well. Like I said, Silo is the DM for it. Bucks is in it as well as some new faces that you guys will see. We got Devil in it, who is literally a twin of mine. You guys will absolutely adore him. We have Crow, we have Dandy, we have DPS, all incredible people. I'm so glad that I met them through this campaign. They're all absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to share all of this with you guys. It is going to be awesome. And if you guys enjoyed all of the fuckery of Nat 1, I am getting consequences of being a DM for these fuckers. They're now tormenting me for all of the shit I've put them through in this campaign, and I can't wait to show you guys what the hell that means. Information on when that's happened will be coming out soon. So be on the lookout for that on in our Discord. If you guys are not in our Discord, what the hell are you doing? Go check out our Discord. And yeah, that is all going to be over on, at the minimum, the YouTubes, most definitely Patreon. I don't know yet if that is going to be live streamed. I am gonna tentatively say no, but we shall
I will
see.
be making my rounds and asking people.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for joining. So once again, thank you so much for joining us for this. Thank you so much for DMing literally my favorite fucking campaign I've ever been in that's coming out soon. And I am so hyped. Oh my god, I haven't stopped talking about this at all since I've been invited to that server. So it's been great. That campaign has taken over my life. If I'm not doing anything, I'm prepping for that campaign. If I have downtime at work, I'm prepping for that campaign. If I am like in between sets at the gym, I am on my phone prepping for the campaign. It has been literally wild, to the point where my inner fucking monologue is now ink.
Does not elaborate who Link, hello? Ink is...
Ink is my character, whom I love so much.
Yeah, you also mentioned it. You also in your Cyberpunk stream, you also mentioned Ink and Thorn, and it gave no further elaboration.
So they're so ingrained in my brain now, I forget that they're, not real or not characters people just know. Because I've also been like so in communication with just people from this server that if I say Ink and Thorn, they're like, oh yes, Ink and Thorn, we know who that is. No one else in my life does, and I keep talking about them, and they're like, who the fuck's Fangs? I was like, what do you mean, who the fuck is Fangs? Oh, like Lilith and Fangs, like, you know them. What are you talking about?
How many people have you spoken to IRL about these characters?
Huh?
How many people do you know IRL you've spoken to about these characters? I fully expected to know who they were.
Fully expecting them to know who they were, one. Mostly because I have talked to her for 4 hours straight explaining this, and I didn't have my notebook on me, so I had photos of pages from the notebook. So I was going on my phone through the photos of the pages of the notebooks that I have. That is this fucking notebook. I have photos of this fucking notebook. I have this digitalized now. I have an Obsidian for this. Oh my god. I'm a little obsessed. Here's the thing.
A little.
A little. I used to mostly take notes for D&D online. Like, I have my iPad, my trusty little iPad. I take all of my notes for everything D&D related usually on here. I draw on here. I do everything. I create little maps with my stylus and I draw it all. Ink has taken over my mind so much that for today's campaign, I got a new notebook so I could write shit down because I was like, I can't do this digitally. This D&D campaign now also has a notebook, and I don't know what to do with myself. I now have so many notebooks. I'm out of space in that notebook. I have bought more notebooks. I am covered in notebooks. I have now realized just today that I have another notebook. Hold on. It's right here. I have another notebook. This notebook means a lot. I haven't been able to figure out what the fuck to put in here. I might put this in here. It is a hand-painted notebook that I bought in Venice.
Pretty.
It is so pretty. It is hand-painted, hand-woven. Oh yeah, I got a Jabba shirt. But yes, I might use this for a fucking D&D campaign. I have been saving this notebook because I have no idea what to fucking use it for. Because I was like, this is pretty, and I want this to be special. And now I'm gonna use it for a D&D campaign. Maybe.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
Oh, Gerky, I have characters that I love more than Lilac now. Which is wild. My like, what I want for this campaign is for this to be what fucking blows up my YouTube, because I'm gonna be making so many fucking TikToks of this campaign, and I'm gonna be posting it everywhere and anywhere and everything, and I want people to ship these characters as much as we have been shipping them. I want fan art, I want fanfics, I want it all! We have been writing more or less fanfics. We've been calling it RPs, but it's pretty much fanfics. We've been using that as a way to figure out canon lore for how some characters met and how they interact and how they talk, and it's great. I love it. It's my favorite fucking thing. I can't even say anything and everything to people who are in the damn server because I know more shit than most people do. Because Asylum decided to torment me more. And I love it.
Well, no, Devil knows things too.
Like I said, most people. More than most people.
Mm-hmm. Even then, you know more than Devil, and Devil knows more than you.
I love it. When we actually start and we like figure out like just how much lore there is in this world. I don't think you guys understand. There's like oh my god, we have mostly populated the entirety of Night City at this point. It's been great. I can't wait to show off like the
mind you, I have several hundred NPCs saved to throw at the party in campaign. They haven't even met half of the NPCs I have planned.
Me too, Gerky. Me too. I'll be 77 years old by then. I'll still be alive. We're good. I can't wait to join the campaign and tell my grandkids that I can't play with them because I gotta be in an online fucking hallucination.
I need you to understand, I am prepared to DM this campaign up until the day I die, and then even into the afterlife.
Oh, we're all meeting up in the afterlife. I hope you know. We're not letting you get away from us. We're all gonna sit in the pits of hell together and go, okay, so, hold on. Now, okay, who said what where? Okay, wait. Let me check my notebook. Because it's coming to Hell Wisby, obviously. Anyways, I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining. We shall see you guys all next time. Next stream, maybe tomorrow? Probably not. Oh, fuck. Hey, anyone who's watching me who's playing that, One Was Us, next week's campaign has to be on a Sunday. I'm gonna be at a very important to be event on Saturday.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Alrighty. Bye, everybody. I'm now realizing I did not create an ending screen. We're going into the back screen. Bye.